Hey guys, classichomer here along with
Special guest, Alexandroid.
for my new strategy Let's Play, which should only be updating on Saturdays. It is Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance, also known as Fire Emblem Rekka no Ken in Japan. The 7th game in the series, and is a prequel to the 6th. It has awesome characters, like a lord. Wait, you're not supposed to see those people yet. Well, you actually see them like right away. Oh no, I have a game started already. We'll do something about that. By that, I mean erasing it.
Don't worry, we didn't get very far.
We really didn't until we messed up the recording. Go us. We only done this like, for 3 years or something. So,
Consummate professionalism.
in this game, unlike most Fire Emblems, you actually have a character that is you. But they don't really do anything. They're kind of inconsequential.
Basically just somebody for, the dialogue to occur at.
Yeah, so you can identify with someone in there as actually being you. And that's supposed to just identifying with the Lord main characters that you'll be playing as.
Right. Because,
So,
of course, you just command them. This is a strategy game. It couldn't be any other way.
yeah. And I love this game. Probably because this game is a lot meaner than the other Fire Emblems. And by that, I mean, in the newer games, there's a way to usually do some amount of grinding. Like, you can just hang out in one place and kill things forever until you feel adequate. You don't get that this time.
In this game, you better damn distribute your experience.
Or know what the fuck you're doing.
Those
As
are
such-
synonymous.
As such, it's pretty fun. A little hard. I love it. I really, really love it. So, here we have our main character being found out on a plane by
Some random
the Lord
villager
main
lady.
character. Yeah. Which isn't totally reminiscent of what they're doing in the newest game in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know. I don't buy that 3D crap.
Except you just did.
I gave in.
It's
It
hard
took me a
not
long
to.
time.
That game is actually really good.
I know.
And so is this one, which is why we're playing it. So,
What an odd-sounding name.
Homer
Not that
is an
it's-
odd-sounding name, I have to admit that.
It is. If you say it like 10 times, it's just really weird. I'm not going to do that because that'd be terrible commentary. I'd also like to point out that essentially what's happening is that they found a random unconscious person outside their village, nursed him back to health, and commanded him to be a tactician in a battle. I'm kind of spoiling the plot a little bit here.
A little bit, but
The long and short of all this crap that she's saying is there's some bad dudes, and the bad dudes need to be tutorial battled to death.
well, the bad dudes are only happening now. Whoa, no, bad dudes!
What are
We
we
gotta go
going
get
to
some
do?
ninja to fight them.
Ah.
Ha! Oh no, we have bandits from the Burn Mountains, and they're going to be dicks and trying to fight us.
Burn, by the way, German for bear.
Huh.
Yeah,
So, we have a bear country.
apparently.
Ooh. That sounds a little too much like real life. Anyway.
Wink. The bear country is San Francisco. As far as I know. I don't know.
I think. Something like that.
We Hicks have never been outside of our hometown.
I've been outside the hometown. I just haven't got to go anywhere really fun like San Francisco.
You'd probably have a lot of fun there, wouldn't you? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I think I would have a lot of fun in San Fran, actually.
Yeah, plenty of tourist destinations. The weather's nice because it's on the Pacific Ocean. Of course the weather's going to be nice.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, there's me! I'm wearing green for some reason.
Oh, hey, so you are.
Which is odd, because green's normally the neutral color. But if I'm supposed to be on the same side as land, then why do I count as neutral?
Well, because they just found your unconscious ass out in the field somewhere. It's probably just all grass stain.
Also, because the tactician in this game, unlike in Fire Emblem Awakening, will not take place in any battles. He actually won't even be on screen during any fights.
I'm totally for that. I don't know why they bother to tell you that you're green because of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really, he doesn't need to exist, but he does.
Right, it's just...
So-
It's like the commander in XCOM. It's just somebody for whom dialogue occurs.
Yeah, we've said this a few times now.
Yes.
And the game's going to tell us, too. You only appear during special events. So, yeah.
Well, it would be pretty awesome if there was like a mechanic where you had to protect your tactician or something, but that would quickly get old, and it would kind of limit the strategic play you could have, because you pretty much always just have to be defending with someone.
Yeah, basically it turned the entire game into an escort mission, which is not actually that fun.
I don't know. In a strategy game, they're kind of fun, but I would definitely agree that it wouldn't work in this game.
Yeah, so you have your basic turn-based strategy thing. If you played Final Fantasy Tactics or what is that game, Shining Force, yeah, it's all very familiar to you. Not to mention,
Master of Orion, Age of Wonders, Civilization. Not exactly the same.
No,
Still.
but... Oh, Advance Wars, Famicom Wars.
War Machine, Warhammer 40k.
These games have existed for quite some time. Unfortunately, with this being the tutorial, it's really going to hold your hand and only have you do exactly what it wants you to. Although I think there's a way to disable the tutorial.
That would have been convenient.
I think, literally if you press select, you can tell the tutorial to fuck off and play it for real.
Nonsense. The audience needs to know.
Yeah, we'll do at least this in tutorial, because it's scripted, and actually, if it weren't scripted, it would be really hard. Because you're kind of outnumbered and outmanned. So, to attack, you have to stand next to the enemy, and then select attack. Oh my god, what a concept. Now, this is actually incredibly helpful that the earlier games really didn't do. Like, I tried playing one of the Super Nintendo ones.
Oh, yeah?
It doesn't tell you how often you're going to strike. This shows I will get 2 strikes in, and they'll do 7 damage each.
That is incredibly convenient.
Yeah. Also, a 3% chance to get a critical hit. I won't. And, like I said, since these fights are scripted, Lyn will dodge that attack, no matter what.
I would argue if this wasn't scripted, you'd be fine, because they're both axemen. So even if you are outnumbered. On the other hand, that did hurt.
Well, Alex, you're getting into the weapon triangle stuff. We haven't begun to explain that.
Oh, no.
Oh!
I'm spoiling the tutorial. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, if you notice, the axe on the enemy had a red arrow pointing down, and Lyn's sword had a green arrow pointing up.
That's because swords rule and axes drool.
Yeah, basically. Or rather that swords are good against axes. Spears also exist in this game. We won't see them until the next chapter. They're good against swords. And the game's going to tell us how to use an item. Because all games need to tell you how to use items. They have vulneraries, they heal you for 10 HP every single use. But you only have 3 on one stack. So...
resource management and things.
Yeah, actually that's a very important part of this game. Because, well, stuff happens. We need to go attack him by the Gur. Apparently the Gur is his hut.
Actually, I think they make a special point of explaining what a Gur is.
Yeah, they do. Either they already did and we missed it, or they haven't yet. In any case, also notice my iron sword says 43. That's because weapons deteriorate per strike. So we have to just go ahead and attack this guy. Even though he could kill Lyn in 2 hits, and she is going to take 4 to kill him. So this is actually an incredibly unfavorable fight. Like, were this part of the actual game, I would probably not have sent Lyn and have sent someone else if there were anyone else to send.
Right. Like a horse guy. Or a flying horse guy.
Or, I don't know, a mage that could attack from a distance, because normally boss characters won't move, which is incredibly helpful. Also, since he's on some kind of fortress type area, he gets healed! Haha! It's going to take another hit to kill him. Actually, no, it won't. But she gets an incredibly lucky 1% chance to critically finish him off, which critical hits do 3 times damage, so that was a 15-point strike.
Good for her.
Yeah, and then she levels up. Another thing, level ups in this game have random stat gains. I'm not sure this one does. I think that's also scripted. But usually it's kind of randomized in how lucky you are on what you get.
I wouldn't have it any other way, personally.
Yeah, so,
like, of all the video games that are close to perfect, this is among them.
Pretty much. This is one of the pinnacles of turn-based strategy to me. Matched maybe only by XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Hell yes.
I really enjoyed that game. I should probably get it since I've only rented it before.
I've enjoyed 70 hours of it. Which, to put it into perspective, I enjoyed roughly 100 of World of Warcraft. Which eventually made me fail some classes. Cough. Anyway, moving on
That's
to things that are
okay.
interesting.
I had my own gaming addiction problems, and that I didn't want to go to class because I had more fun hanging out with the people playing games at the arcade in college.
But luckily enough, they tore down that arcade and put up a shitty room.
Yeah, that didn't help any for me, actually. I still spent way too much time there.
Still the same people, and it was fun to hang out there during the time.
It was, but really shouldn't have let it affect classes.
Yep.
Let that be a lesson to you, kids. When you go to college, do not let your friends affect your ability to go and pass classes.
Why bother making friends at all? I'll just hurt you.
I'm sorry, I hit you too hard the other day, I know.
I deserved it. This is creepy.
This is creepy. It'd be way more creepy if we were speaking from, like, real-life experience here.
I know.
But luckily it's all a joke, right?
Shut up. Seriously, though, audience, it is all a joke. Also, I'd love to point out once again, we go through this whole tactician thing and order Lynn around and have her attack this dude, and then she's like, "Oh, you must have some experience in the ways of war."
Also,
it sure is a good thing we picked you to do that just now.
Yeah, it was also kind of inconsiderate for me to just, force you to come out into this fight. And then, I guess it's not entirely unwarranted for, someone to ask her about her parents, because she does look pretty young. And
yeah, seriously.
She's, like, in her late teens. But,
I
don't
never
know.
got a manual.
I think it's kind of pandering to their targeted age group, at least.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's like,
we were like 15 at the time.
Yeah, we were like 15 or 16, so of course you would ask your parents for permission to go on a big, life-changing journey. Like Pokemon!
Absolutely!
So, yeah.
Tall grass is better in this game, though. I think you get a defense bonus. Can't speak to that. It's been a long time since I played this, honestly.
Well, woods. I guess woods could count as tall grass.
They probably have tall grass in them.
Yeah.
I went to a woods once. It had tall grass.
That was actually a really cool thing about my high school. We had an entire wooded land lab area.
Oh, yeah. I've driven past that. That's pretty cool.
It is. Like, you can actually get lost in it.
We had a tree.
What's bad is it either makes your place sound like it's really poor or just in the city, which for us would still be really poor.
It would. We live near a really poor city.
Yeah. Yeah.
So think about it, audience. Close to an Air Force base, really poor. We'll let you guess.
Well, really, I think they need to break out the bulldozer. Sim-City this bitch up.
Hell yes.
In any case, so after making Lynn incredibly depressed by thinking about her deceased parents, she's come to the resolution that she needs to go on a journey and become stronger, and avenge her father's death.
The resolve in her words is not matched by the deadness of her eyes. But she is an anime face. Seriously, just look at them. Stare into that face.
It is kind of creepy that they have an entire different sprite for her to face you, as opposed to when they're normally looking at the person next to them.
That is true.
I don't know. I guess it's
Seriously.
nice that they have the attention to detail.
When she talks, there's kind of some, corner of mouth movement, but otherwise... I don't know. I seriously think she looks like a mindless zombie a little bit.
I suppose, but... Well, that's part of the big eye, small mouth, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
It happens.
You'll have that. Those of you who like anime.
I do like anime.
You would.
So, with that, we have the first mission complete. I know it wasn't full of thrills because it's a tutorial mission, but
But now we learned...
Yeah, you see, turn off instruction window by pressing select, which I may do for the next episode.
Good job.
So, classichomer and Alexandrite. Shit. Signing out. You'll see this more next time. See you guys later.